How are you fellas? Hopefully you're fine. Domination tips, reporting right back for duty. Update 7.1 I think was the last one which got released a couple of days ago. So finally after producing the German version of the video, I asked my girlfriend for allowance to also produce the to produce the English version of the video, and like you can see pretty obviously my base has changed um, pretty fundamentally. So a lot of things in the base, so that it looks quite unfamiliar to all of those of you which were familiar to my old design. But let's jump right into the patch notes. Heads on, here we are, Bastions 7.1 update, coming soon not, it is already released. Let's get to the first patch note, limited time buildings. You can now place up to 3 limited time buildings on your base. 1 offensive, 1 defensive and 1 special type. Check the buildings information window to confirm what type of building it is. So now if we are in game, go to your mail, whatever, where you can see your attack, your defense log, your offense log, and go to the inventory. Now you can see among buildings, all of your buildings you have acquired and stored within your inventory. And if you are hitting on the building and scroll down, you will see which type of building it is. So in this case, the Johnny Cherry barracks is an offensive building. The whatever, the building where you can produce some camels is also offensive. We have the elephant stable. Oh no, we have the bazooka tower, which would be defensive, and all buildings which have neither an offensive nor a defensive value for your base, such as the diamond mine. It should be here as one of the type of the third type special. Now changing from the previous stage, you can now put 1 defensive, 1 offensive, and 1 specials type building in your base, so that you can acquire a total of 3 buildings simultaneously. Personally, I pretty like this thing, this fact. Next point, probably the most striking, or not obviously the most striking patch note of the current update, wall bastions. Beginning in the medieval age, expand your defensive options with these curved wall sections. Customize your base by connecting bastions to walls and gates. You can fit buildings with a small footprint like sniper towers and anti-tank guns, so all of those buildings which have a space of 2 by 2 tiles inside the wall bastions. When destroyed, the wall bastion leaves rubble on the battlefield, slowing down enemy units in that space. Now let's activate my older version of the base, where I have all of my built bastions sorted downwards, so that you can see all for my Cold War age possible stages of the bastions. Unfortunately, I was too fast, so I upgraded all of my bastions to stage 2 without having one at stage 1 to present it to you. But nevertheless, it should be pointless due to the fact that all players from medieval age onwards are able to build the bastions, and everyone who has built now has the stage 1 bastion. So it needs no explanation for the stage 1 bastion, neither the statistics nor their optics, because everyone obviously can see it. Going up to the stage 2 of the bastions, we see that the hit points dramatically increase. They are nearly doubling from 15,800 to approximately 28,000. And the slowing down effect of the bastions is getting from 52%, which is quite a lot, 5% higher, up to 57%. Afterwards, if we have our stage 2 bastions, which are ending up at 37,000 hit points. So when we calculate it, we had the last bastions at stage 1, which increased from approximately 15,800, about 12,300. So we should end at 28,000. But we are ending at 37,000. So obviously the statistics are not matching the real game. And probably we have some university research, such as the increase in wall hit points and gates, which we could conduct in the university, or other researches which probably affect the statistics without the statistics showing it. Otherwise, I have no conclusion or no explanation why it should be this way. Also, we can see if we are hitting the question mark sign at the bastion that we have additional effects, such as the rubble effect area of 2, so it should be an area around of 2 around the complete bastion, which is slowing down enemies. And if we are comparing this to ordinary barbed wire, you see the bastion should be or should have a much wider field of effecting enemies than ordinary barbed wire. Also, an additional interesting thing is, let's get to this in the very end. We see Bastion Stage 3. Again, if we have Bastion Stage 2 and click at Upgrade, the Bastions should get the lowest increase of about 7,000, which should be 20% approximately of the ordinary or of the basic value of 37,000. And we should end at 45,000. The slowing down value gets added by 5%, so we should end at 62%. Let's keep this in mind, 45,000. Now let's look at the Bastion Stage 3, which is 48,000. So we have additional, again, 3% increase, 3,000 more hit points than the equation would give of the Bastion Stage 2, which when we click at upgrading. Again, some differences which I cannot explain except for university with research hidden in the background. We have again a rubble effect area of 2, and we have the reduction of pioneer or minor attack of 25%. So wall breakers should be less effective against those new bastion sections than ordinary walls. If we now hit at upgrade, we get again tremendously upgrade HP, so about 24,000. If we are adding this up, we should end at 60,000 at 72,900. So 72,900, and we get not 5 but 10% slowing down enemies. So 72%, and 72,900 HP. But at stage 4 we have 82,000. Again, 3,000 more than it gets displayed. And we see another interesting thing. The rubble area got increased to 3, whereby the stage 3 bastion only has a rubble effect area of 2. So without getting displayed, the rubble area has also got increased. Now when we have the stage 4, I am not able to build the stage 5 bastion because you need the world ROM, the space age, the space age to build it, but we get again 9,000 more HP, so probably we will get in some, because the statistics are not showing correctly, up to 100,000, which is equal to a town center defender as wall, which is pretty high. If we are thinking about our walls nearly only having half of the HP of our bastions. And we get a slowing down effect of 82%, which is absolutely freaking awesome. It's also threatening for your troops if you have to attack such high level bastions. If we are comparing to our ordinary barbed wire, we see barbed wire stage 9, and if we upgrade it, it is for 11 days. We will get from 65% to 67% reduction. And if we have the highest level Cold War age barbed wire, stage 10, upgrading it to stage 11. I'm not pretty sure, but I think stage 11 should also be the space age max. We will get to a total value of 69% after 11 stages of upgrade. So those 11 stages of upgrade to get only one barbed wire to the maximum level will need 1.5, probably 2 months of upgrading, and it will give you a pretty slow area of reducing the enemy movement of about 69%. Now, upgrading a bastion gives you a much huger field of reducing the enemy troop movement, and it gives you also 82% in total if you have it upgraded to stage 5, which is more slowing down effect, huger slowing down effect, and also it is pretty easier to farm. If you are pretty active and farm of about, I don't know how much it costs, but approximately 35 million gold a day or food a day, you can upgrade one bastion within only 1 day to its maximum stage and have more effect than upgrading one barbed wire from stage 1 up to stage 11. So therefore, I'm pretty sure those bastions will get a pretty striking and central aspect in future defenses, because we get, if you have the highest ages, you have 6 bastions to use in your base, and yeah, they are also adding up to the traps we also have. So the traps are remaining, but we get additional wall sections which work as traps. I conducted also some experiments to see how commandos and other troops are working with bastions, whether they are ignoring them or whether they are preferring ordinary walls or the bastion sections to get them destroyed. And what I recognized is, yeah, you can see it right in the background in the video. So if you are locating your bastions close to walls, they will automatically connect to the walls. Neither bastions nor walls are getting preferred. Troops are always preferring the shortest way. And also, if you are connecting bastions to each other, they will get some kind of connection. So you don't need any walls between the bastions. If you have artillery or howitzers, most obviously they are not crashing down bastions. They are first shooting the buildings behind the bastions, and afterwards, if there is no possible way to get through that area where the bastion stood, they are crushing the bastions. Next patch note, balance changes. The assault rally. Duration reduced by 50% at all levels, damage reduction removed, and attack speed buff reduced by 10% at all levels. Personally, I pretty welcome that the assault rally tactic got nerfed, because especially in those bazooka attacks, pretty many guys were able to take down even the strongest bases without any effort. So it makes the player who is actually playing and managing the attack replaceable. It's no matter whether there is a player with less knowledge or even a very skilled player. There's only someone hitting the screen 6 times to get most of your bazookas commanded with the rally tactic to crush down the enemy base with minimal losses of own troops. So it was simply overpowered, and the skill of the player itself who attacked the base to get 5 stars got pretty minimal. So that's what I meant with replacing the player. It got less important how good the player actually and his skills or her skills were. Therefore, now we have a duration of 6 seconds. My assault rally is only level 2, so if you're upgrading it, you will get up to 7 seconds. Up to 7 seconds. The tempo increase will get up to 150% maximum. For those 7 seconds, you get 180% more damage of your troops, and you get 70% more attack speed, which is pretty okay, because now the protection or the protect function of the assault rally got lost. That was too much, honestly. Let's skip the next points, wonders and time quests, and get... No. We have. Here we have. The Protect. Protect now reduces incoming damage by 70%. What does this mean? All protection tactics got standardized to a specific level. So no matter whether you have a level 4 protection, level 5, 6 or 7, all protection spells will give you 30% damage reduction. The only thing you can increase by researching them is the duration. Now let's get to troop donations. The per unit donation cap has been increased from 6 to 20. Previously, the amount of troops which could be donated or which could be received by the one which is receiving your troops by the requester was once limit or the amount of troops you donated. So you could not spend more than 6 troops. So for example, 6 shooters, 6 infanterists, 6 bazookas, whatever. And especially at higher ages, where a troop donation capacity goes well above 30, and with the new research of Sally Wright, where you can get even above 50, it was pretty hard to get your troops together. So if you are, for example, requesting bazookas and you have nearly 60 troop space, you will have to get 3 other players from your alliances to donate yourself troops. Otherwise, you will have to attack without full troop tactics, or full, not troop tactics, full troop donations. So therefore, now they did increase up to 20 units you can donate. So everyone should be fine with now having one, in some cases only 2 donators filling complete requests with well above 50 units to fill. At least we have minor things such as wonders. The Unisphere Space Age wonder now yields more rubies. Okay, I don't know actually. Timed quests have been updated to only provide 1 timed quest per day, and bug fixes prevented the big red one from attacking betrayed troops. So obviously the big red offensive missile silo button attacked or damaged betrayed troops. Also something with about the iPhone with double swipe I don't know about, and minor art and text fixes such as always. Hopefully the video was interesting for you and even informative. If you have any suggestions or issues, write it down in the comment section. We see us soon, your domination tips.